I'm just singing a song about about an episode title.
Yeah, good. That's a good song.
That's only my second beer. I only drank one to that entire thing,
We had vodka.
but I drank that much vodka. Well, not
yeah,
straight,
you're not feeling well, man.
not straight vodka.
You're obviously sick. I'm worried about you.
I think I may have a brain tumor.
You know what though? I went into my cooler and I noticed that there was a gimlet floating in it, and I was wondering, did you leave me a present? Like, was that you?
We'll go with that. We'll say sure. We'll say sure. Why not? That I did that.
Not at all. I really was like, maybe David just like dropped that in there.
To be fair, I may have. I very well may have. Let's be fair. You're mostly friends with drunk David and you casual acquaintances with sober David. So.
Yeah, well, I didn't throw it in there, and I know we had plenty of gimlets. I should have thrown a couple in there.
Like you and sober David have gone to lunch many times, but you've hung out with drunk David at that exact same lunch far longer.
That's true. That's true.
No, that was good. I was actually dreading this episode just because I got so bummed out. But by the time today rolled around, I think the extra day of me being sick helped with me getting prepared for this.
I forgot some things. I had two plays that I wanted to talk about, and I knew the end zone play with the offsides and the pass interference was one.
Right.
I cannot remember for the life of me the other one. And while I was thinking about it, I was like, I should write this down. And so maybe I should going forward when I have like interesting things to point out.
Well, that's why I did that's why I have the little show notes thing, which I need to actually create a week before, so they're actually out there.
I've shown you already that I can create them. So
yeah, you guys have full rights to all that stuff. So.
Yeah. I don't.
Or you could just like use mobile devices. Like, hey, we should talk about.
I could just text y'all. Right?
Thumb Wars.
That could be my writing it down. Would just be texting y'all,
or put it in the group chat. That's what it's there for.
I know.
So, yeah, that happens. Oh, look who's here.
I can't see. I put myself full screen so that I'm not as washed out.
Well, that's just what your screen looks like. We get to see it ourselves. Anyhow, now Tim's here. I can say, welcome back to everyone. We are at Last Call. Thanks for joining us.
I couldn't type the code. I don't know. I was like looking on my iPad. It's got WDXZ.
Oh, do I need to send it to you in a different way? Because I just sent it by text. Because I
clicked on it.
Yeah.
I can't do that because I don't have a fancy Android phone like Ryan.
Ooh-wee, because you're not blue?
Because I am blue.
He's blue.
You're not green. Sorry, I don't know the difference because Android isn't all elitist and stuff. You know, we're just like, hey, everyone's equal.
Everyone's green.
Yeah, we're all. I think everyone's blue, but
wait, only Apple people are blue people.
No, I think there's no green people on my phone. I don't recall seeing any green people. I think they're all blue.
Does Tim Cook know this? He's probably going to sue for the color blue.
Yeah, it's Georgia State blue though. So
fair enough.
It's not. It's It's darker. It's a little darker. I would not call it navy just because I would never do that, but it is darker.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, Tim, I was just telling Ryan before he came on here, I was like, I think I'm not glad that I got sick, but I think I needed that extra day to be able to talk about everything. Cause I was still like really bummed out. Just like, I let myself Georgia State. I GSU'd it. And I let myself get totally hyped up about everything. And this is something I meant to say on the episode, if it had been a competitive game and we lost by a last-second field goal, like Appy State won by, I'd probably feel completely different about it.
Right.
Yeah. But just to get blown out at home with the hype behind everything, it just is like, God damn it! Why can't we fucking put it together for one of these kind of matchups?
So you were riding pretty high then.
Yeah, we were telling everybody while we were walking in. People were like, "Oh, what do you guys think of the game?" I'm like, I think we're gonna get this done. So
yeah. I was never predicting a blowout. I was never predicting like a convincing win, but I thought it'd be a win. Yeah, I really believe that we were gonna win that game.
Same here.
And who am I kidding myself? I thought it'd be a blowout. So
I did not think it was gonna be a blowout. I thought it was gonna be a back and forth game, and it kind of was, right?
Yeah.
We weren't winning for a bit, and then we were winning. I was like, all right, here we go. We're going to get the offense started in the second half.
Yep.
Everything's going to be great. We're going to score 28, 31, 35 points. Game never mind.
I just thought our offense, I thought we were in a good place because I thought our defense was playing pretty well and that our offense was just like spinning up and like as soon as it caught, it was gonna like go, they were just gonna go ham, and it just never happened.
Do you think
never caught?
Do you think Granger got a complex a little bit after he threw that pick? He's like, whoa, what did I just do?
I don't know if he got a complex at that point. I would say
the second time.
No, I think that maybe not to pick on Granger specifically, but he's a quarterback, so that's what happens when you're a quarterback, you get picked on. Is I think that out of everybody, maybe he was one of the guys that got a little too high in the head about being 4-0. I don't know. I wanted to defend his record, his stats, because his stats were not horrible outside of the 2 interceptions.
Okay.
The stats did not translate into performance, but I don't know. Maybe he just got a little too excited. And I specifically say that because of the football luncheon, actually. So at the football luncheon, he was sitting very close to us. He was like just the table next to us. Like man, like I could almost, somebody at our table could reach out and touch him. I could not, but somebody at our table, we were tables next to each other.
Weird, David. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't do that.
Just touching quarterbacks.
Don't be touching tables.
Yeah, but tight ends are fair game.
Hell yeah,
they are tight ends.
They're kind of asking for it.
Don't call yourself a tight end if I can't touch it.
Well, they're clearly not asking for it. That's why they're tight.
No, but my point is, like, he was very close, and so
they're
Coach Elliott,
for it.
When Coach Elliott made the comment about giving the weight that Granger had put on and some kind of the free reign they've given him, so like specifically about being able to drop that shoulder and like make runs or whatever. So the way Granger popped up and like kind of celebrated the whole thing, it wasn't that confident, like, Coach believes in me. It was, I'm a showboat type thing. Like that was in that 1 3 or 4 second little thing that he did. I was kind of like, ooh, that kind of scares me. That look kind of scares me, that maybe he's in it for the glamour more so than the actual performance.
I don't care. Just be glamorous. That's all I want.
If you can back it up, absolutely.
That's right. Do it.
If you can back it up, absolutely. Like I love the players that can talk the walk and walk the walk. Talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah.
You got it. We know what you're saying.
Yeah. And it made me nervous. It made me nervous. And nothing about him has made me nervous the rest of the season. And I just don't know if maybe there was something there and he was just got his head a little big. But I think that's something that can be corrected within 1 week, not let alone 2 weeks.
Pretty sure that's what the smack in the face should help, right?
Pretty sure he got
that's
brought back down to earth on that last game.
Yeah.
So I think
he's been playing so well.
Yeah,
he has been. He has absolutely been playing lights out. I've loved it. So you get your head in the film room. You watch what's going on with Marshall. You look at what you did in the previous season, and not just him, but every player on the team, and you figure out how they were able to exploit you or how you just underperformed, and right the ship the next week. And I'm going to go ahead and let myself believe that we're going to beat the snot out of Marshall.
Well, I had it written down as a win.
The Thundering Turd.
The Thundering Turd. What would you grade the team 5 games in? 4.
Yeah, so that was a thread on Panther Talk this week, was grade him on a report card scale, A through F. Actually, I think that I don't think Ben even put D or F on the card. I think it was just A, B, or C. Yeah. I put B. I think it's B. We're better than we expected, that most expected at this point, but being beaten the way we did in that last game takes me out of an A. Like if we would have lost by some last second thing in a competitive game, I maybe still give us an A.
Like
in my mind. My mind, it's an A-, but there was no pluses or minuses on the scale. So I would put us at a solid B right now.
Okay. I'm with you. B. I mean, we're excelling way past where I thought we would, but still a lot of games left to play. We're one of the games I thought we could win. So I give us a B. No pluses, no minuses. Just got to pick a whole grade.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm a B too. I looked at it and again, I did say that this was going to be our record at this point with the exact same games, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not predicting everything. I knew that was like a positive outlook, right? That to me, I was like, this is like what we should do. But like
Right.
knowing Georgia State, it was always a question, right? It's like,
Yeah.
what's going to happen? And so they still have surpassed like my very real concerns that I think are very earned. Like I'm not just making shit up. And so I think a B is probably pretty good. Yeah, you get an A if you win them all, but
I feel like if everything had happened the exact same way that's happened right now, but Old Dominion had not been playing as well as they are, I'd feel so much more comfortable because that Old Dominion game to end the season on the road was like a permanent marker W on our scorecard. And the more the more they win and the more they play like high scoring competitive games, I'm like, oh damn, that's gonna actually be a contest. That's not gonna be a rollover win end of the season type thing.
They all are though. There's no gimmies on the Georgia State schedule.
No, there's never except for the Trash Down South. That one's you can always bet on that one. So, but honestly, with this season, if we've got to lose one game and win out the rest of the season, excluding LSU, I would
take LSU too.
If you told me, I can guarantee you that you win. Where we at 5? So we have 7. I can't do math right now.
We're at 4-1 right now.
So we have 7 games left, right? 7 games left. You can win all of them, but 2, and those 2 are going to be LSU and Trash Down South. I'd take it.
You would take a loss at Trash Down South to be 10-2.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. 100%. No question in my mind. No question in my mind. Absolutely. I mean, they can fucking ride their laurels they want about beating the 10-2 Georgia State Panthers, but like, you know what? You're 6-4 against this record of all time. I would sacrifice that to beat out Appy, to beat out Lafayette, to beat out Marshall,
Jimmy Johns Madison.
Jimmy Johns Madison. I like the progression. I like the progression of this insult. It's fantastic. Sell your soul for a 10-2 record?
I would do it. I would go with you with it. I'll go down that path. It hurts me to say it, but yeah.
Now, if we were 5-4 or records even or something like that, 5-5, 4-4 or something like that with them, I would probably pause to think about it a little more. But for a team that's never had a 10-2 record, I'd probably sacrifice it.
No, I'd take it. It's not probably. That'd be a good season.
Yeah.
But here's another good season.
Right?
We go 1-11, and we only beat the Trash Down South. Still a good season.
Right. So conversely, the magic genie comes to you and says, "I will grant you a wish of a or is it evil genie? It's Jafar. He's like, I'm going to curse you to only have a 1-win season. You can beat the Trash Down South." Because he calls them that still because he still hates them. Sure. Or LSU. You get 1 win on the entire season. Which one do you take?
LSU.
I know, right?
LSU.
Because you can. But then what the evil genie doesn't tell you is that LSU doesn't win a game all season. So
yeah, well, what would be even worse? Well, so nobody talks about us. Yeah, exactly.
Still almost LSU.
Yeah.
that should be your question to the evil genie. He was like, "All right, it's cool. Now, if I beat which one of these teams, what's their record overall afterwards?"
Yeah.
I need some clarity. He wouldn't tell you that. No, he wouldn't.
No.
He wouldn't tell you exactly. He would say it's the only loss they'll have that season. And then what he doesn't tell you is he changes the schedule. So it's the first game of the season. So it's the only loss they had that season.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah.
You know about wishes.
Apparently.
I wish
you must watch Aladdin or something.
You know all the wish stuff, right? Wishes are backwards, man. You never get what you want.
Or they're never how they seem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always some trade-off. You found them all for this. Do you think about this a lot?
Wait,
did we
wish
like
to be
smoke?
I think a lot of fucked up shit.
We wish to be Troy.
I did not
What?
wish to beat Troy. I expected to beat Troy. Maybe that's my problem. I should wish. Maybe I use all my wishes up. I don't know.
I called it a loss at the beginning of the season, but I really did. Going into it, I thought we were going to win.
Well, that was a funny thing. This is one game we were always projected to win. Like it was on
I
ESPN. No, I mean ESPN did like their little computer matrix.
Yeah,
number
prediction,
FPI thing.
Their number kind of thing. They always had us beating Troy, if I'm not mistaken, which is one that I thought was strange. It's like really defending national or the national. Look at me, defending
The
Sunbelt.
UCF national champion.
Yeah, they were really good last year. They were like excellent.
Yeah. So I think it was like there's only like 3 teams that is beating Troy, ODU, and maybe it was Rhode Island. I don't remember to begin the season, and I was like, really, like Troy.
That's a weird one to throw in that group.
Right. This may be
like, no Charlotte.
This may be proof that your index is off. So
good.
Or maybe it was the one conference game that I was winning out on.
They probably asked AI, and like that was this big, like AI always has like something really stupid and broken.
It's like null handling. It's a null handling thing, and so when they said who's going to win, Georgia State or Troy, it came back as a null value for Troy, so it just defaulted to Georgia State winning the game.
Who?
Exactly. Sorry, I've had to deal with a lot of null shit this week. That's been the bane of my existence.
Nerd.
That ain't good. I know that.
Well, just you would think it's the most simple thing to deal with, and it's not. So.
Like if null, yeah, got it.
I know, but it's like, when did you do it? When did you need to do it?
Should you have done it?
Should you have done it? So
nerds.
So with no Georgia State game this week, you guys are both gonna Athens it up.
I'm there Saturday.
Well, the idea just came to me. I don't think I'm going to go to the game. I think I'm going to go to my grandpa's house and just watch with him.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Who do they have this week?
Kentucky.
And everyone's worried. They're all worried. Georgia fans are like, uh-oh.
They're undefeated, right?
Good.
Yeah.
They're undefeated, right?
Yeah. Every week they're on perpetual upset alert.
The only knowledge I have about SEC sports comes from the 2 different SEC like SEC shorts, and there's some other dude that
good one.
There's some other dude that does big fat. I say big fat, a large dude with beard that makes these SEC comedy videos.
I've seen some of those. They're great.
Fucking hilarious. Yeah. I mean, he rivals SEC shorts with what he does because they're longer and they're more often than what they do, but they're still the gold standard for that kind of shit. Anyhow, I know records for SEC teams because of his videos. So
that's funny.
And I think Kentucky's. Said
they're legit this year.
Yeah, I know they've been looking good. They've had a couple of good years. The last bunch of years. They've been like kind of creeping up.
Did you guys know that Jared Lorenzen is dead?
I don't know who that is.
He was he's the big fat ass quarterback for Kentucky back like 10 or 15 years ago or something. Like he was a big dude, a huge dude.
How did he die?
And he was playing quarterback. They had names like the names for him were like the Pillsbury Throw Boy and stuff, and they would say things like they have signs like they said you can't sink our battleship type stuff, whatever. He was on the Giants. The New York Giants roster when they beat the Patriots in the undefeated season, like
as a quarterback,
backup quarterback. He may have been second or third string behind Eli. I forget where he was, but yeah, he got a ring, whatever. But yeah, I just ended up seeing a TikTok about him recently, and apparently he's passed away already.
Wow, that's crazy. He had a nickname, BBQ, barbecue, big beautiful quarterback.
I remember that. There was a thing. There was a college game day thing. They were talking about him, and they just went through all of these nicknames they had for him. And it may have been for the Kentucky-Georgia game. They were talking about it. And the one that just stuck with me was Pillsbury Throw Boy, because I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Terrible.
There was another one because it was Jared Lorenzen. There was something about J-Lo. It was like, something about their J-Lo or
that's weird.
Yeah, like something about having the biggest ass or something. I don't
No, I kind of want to know how he passed away.
Heart issues.
Likely.
Yeah, just Google it.
I have no idea who this person is or anything about them, but based on everything we've said so far, heart issues.
He passed away from an acute infection complicated by heart and kidney problems.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. How long ago?
Underlying
was
condition.
When he died. Where'd it go? July 3rd, 2019. So a couple years back.
Yeah. You tried to hide that, David, but you.
Oh, he never had to fucking deal with COVID. So I guess that one heart condition wasn't vaccine related.
COVID probably killed him, basically.
Yeah,
exactly. He was patient zero.
He was patient zero. Yeah.
No,
we just didn't know it back then, but COVID killed that guy.
He was patient 300 pounds.
6'4", 285 quarterback.
I was gonna say 300, but that seemed too large. 280. He was 280-pound quarterback.
Whew.
Wow.
He a big boy.
Yeah. How many times was he sacked?
Or how many times did they try to sack him and he just didn't move?
I'll just try to attack.
He just held his arms up like an offensive lineman.
So they'll give, like, if two guys pull a guy down, they'll call it a half sack. Like, how many times was there a 1/8 sack on Jared Lorenzen?
Just a dog pile.
It's like the old 1960s goofy movie like they did about football, and it would just be like the entire team plus like 80 people would like just sack on.
And he's still running.
And he's still running, exactly.
I like this one.
His little toes.
One of his other nicknames was Hefty Lefty.
Hefty Lefty.
Was he left-handed then? I guess.
Yeah, he's left-handed.
All right.
These are great.
How are you a Georgia fan back then? You didn't know about Jared Lorenzen.
Well, because he's a Kentucky person.
You can't miss him.
And by the way, this is Georgia State relevant because the Giants have the same colors as Georgia State.
That's true.
I also, for a long time as a Georgia fan, did not necessarily care about football. I just liked the culture of like tailgating and going to the games and like having fun. I didn't watch the game when I went. I would just like go walk around and like just be there.
Oh, it's kind of like me with Georgia State now.
Me with Georgia State now. We stuck in our seats for this game.
I went on a walk. I went on a walkabout during the halftime.
Cool.
Danny and I went and exploring at halftime.
Nice. What'd you find? Anything? Beer?
I found that I'm finally getting shut off for beer.
No, let's not. We don't need to.
It's a fine. I probably should be. So
that's
it's good.
I was gonna say, like, you've been complaining about it, and I'm just sort of like, I mean, I don't.
Oh no! I'm not complaining that I got shut down. I'm complaining that it's gotten to that point.
That's why Danny's like, hey, let's go to the president's suite. I want to check it out.
Well, was Danny invited? Were you like his +1? Okay, all right. Because I know Danny like is a better dinner than.
Oh yeah, he took Cam's name badge. He wanted another beer really bad.
That's funny.
And he got one.
I was gonna say I went the first 2 weeks, but like I had legit access. So like I wasn't even when I went over to the university club for the pack whatever, they moved it over there. And like Eli did pull me to the side and be like, hey, why are you here? And I'm like, oh, I'm DJ's +1. And he was like, oh, okay. So it like worked, but I was actually legit, but
you had
still he's on the lookout, you know?
Which he's in a role that should not be worrying about that, but that's besides the point. So
yeah, you're gonna give up like 4 or 5 beers, man. It's cool. You're good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we're definitely doing things that are going to be not promoting the program at all. It's fine.
Drop a 20. We could drop him a 20 to Athletic Pack and say, all right, we paid for our beers.
Just pay for the beer. Yeah.
I donate a lot more than that to the pack. So irrelevant.
That's for scholarships, buddy.
I donate to the collective as well.
Have they posted any of the merch yet or no? Probably not.
No, it's said later, and I haven't gone back and looked yet. I think that the donations have kind of stalled though.
Where are we at?
Well, I haven't seen anything else, so they're not really like I feel like they took the
They're-
momentum and then they
They're
did
on
some things with it, but they haven't really done a whole lot with it in the last like week or two.
They're
What is it
on
again? All
social
blue, all
in NIL.
all nil or NIL.
All
Yeah.
NIL. Yeah, I read nil the whole time, but yeah, all NIL.
Yeah, they're still at 81.25. And remember 5,000 of that is a single person donating.
Well, then they need to go find more of those people. Is what they need to do.
Well,
Tickle them, right?
they did add a new option where you can do sport specific. You can specify what sport you want to do NIL deal for.
Ooh.
But and then I also saw talk that they are working with corporate sponsors.
Yeah.
And your own companies, like if you can get your own company to sponsor stuff, that's just things that are probably not going through this particular site. So that number is possibly not the real number. It would only be
I mean, that's the number of donations they got through their donation form, but not
correct.
necessarily the amount of money that's
But the
being
crazy
funneled through.
the crazy thing is this number is $100,000 goal, and I'm like, there's players getting
More than
over
that.
$100,000.
We know where we're
annually.
at this point. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to build up to it, and I'm glad they're out there working on it. So
We should have set it to be a $1.913 billion goal.
There you go. Shouldn't
no,
we be
goals
trying to
should be attainable.
shouldn't we try to be fundraising for this baseball stadium thing?
Well, they're not school related, so it's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general. Shouldn't we? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that's athletics. That's not the PAC. That's not NIL. That's not university. University can't, to my understanding, unless that thing has classrooms in it, university can't pay for it.
Can we put an underground garden that have the field?
Sounds like we have enough underground stuff going on right now.
Ooh.
I meant like all the stuff that's under the ground. Did we talk about the fact that they were talking about looking at the blue lot to put the baseball stadium?
I feel like we talked on it.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Previous podcast.
Okay.
Has that died down? Because that rumor just kind of.
That was just one thing that popped up one time, and yeah,
we need to ask athletics next time. Next game.
We talked about because the increased cost for all of the underground stuff, and like, would that make sense just to get a baseball field? I know we would love to have the Hank Aaron wall in the outfield, but like, you know, if you can't, if like literally it's gonna be like a couple tens of millions more, then
yeah,
let's not do it.
So blue lot becomes the giant Rita World wave pool.
All right.
All
right, I'm listening.
Okay. Just gonna say NCAA surfing team.
There you go.
Beach volleyball in like a faux beach there.
Yes, I'm there with you. I'm liking this. We can do some beach volleyball out there with surfing. What else can we get out?
Some boat tailgating. Just turn the waves off though.
Well, definitely like a little tiki lounge type situation.
That is the one thing that beach volleyball is missing.
I
They need a little
Well,
tiki,
we would do that
tiki
at
hut.
Rita's World.
Yeah.
Somebody at our tailgate was telling me they didn't know about. I think it was one of our new patrons. Was talking about they didn't know the Rita's World situation until we talked about it on the podcast.
Oh wow!
Does it still exist? Can you
And yeah, they had like looked it up and like we're just mind blown. You know, just like what is this? Who are these people?
We should actually get those.
This?
Oh
we should
man,
get
it's on Reddit. Great.
We should get the Rita World, like all those pictures, and like print them up like on nice posters and stuff like that, and hang them up at the tailgates and do fundraisers for it. Let's get this here.
We want a lazy river. We just need a lot of money.
I would love to have a lazy river. That would my favorite water activity is lazy river. I love lazy river.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Just like I just want to sit on a little inner tube with a cocktail and be shown around a bunch of places.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice in the proposal though, it was taking over a lot of extra land that wasn't actually for sale. Like
right.
Oh, it was a bad plan.
Ryan would have beachfront property. He could go to his back porch and watch those beach volleyball games.
Well, so like that's when I the whole thing, right? Like that's when I moved into Summerhill. Was when this was still like a question, quote unquote question. But like it was Rita's World or a casino or
Damn.
Georgia State Stadium, and I'm like,
what do you
Georgia State's getting a
pick?
new stadium. I was like, holy crap, I'm moving into that neighborhood because Georgia State's getting a new stadium.
One way or the other, I'm gonna love living here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I knew what the most likely outcome was. I was like, man,
I'm gonna live next to Georgia State football, or I'm gonna live next to a
At a
water
beach.
park, or there'll just be hookers walking down my street every day. So
well, casinos are garbage. Like I hate casinos. I think they're like just the trashiest people hang out in casinos. Sorry, David.
I love casinos. Even if I'm not gambling, I just love walking around casinos.
Sportsbook is great.
I've never been to a high class casino.
Either
Right.
I've
only been to like Reno and like
Reno's not
cruise
very
ship casinos.
What's
Those
wrong
are
with cruise?
super trashy.
What's wrong with cruise ship casinos? That's literally people just like opening up their wallet and giving money away the entire because no one actually gambles at cruise ship because
It's like old
no
leathery people like smoking cigarettes and like wasting their money. Yeah, it's depressing. It's depressing
but,
as shit.
Will you be
no one-
gambling on the cruise, David?
I don't do it.
Yes, I will be. Yes.
Nice.
No, but I feel like not that I'm a seasoned gambler at all, but I out of all of my vices that I'm unable to control myself with, the gambling is one of them because I've got limited resources, and so I will take my $100 to the casino, and when it's gone, it's gone. But I budget
That's the way to do it.
Stop.
To be
I
like
budget.
this amount of fun is worth $100. So like
$100 used to go a lot longer because you used to be able to find $5 tables all the time. But when I went on the cruise for my honeymoon, they made everything was $5. That was the minimum
for
bet
you?
everywhere. Yeah,
Nice.
just for me. Just for me.
Nice.
No,
Oh, good.
sorry. The last night. That's when they wanted to siphon off all the money that you had.
They're like, whatever you've spent already, we know all the high rollers have gone. We want the rest of it now.
No, but it was funny because I did the casino every single night. We did a 7-day cruise, and I did the casino every single night, and we came with some cash. Basically, we opened up all the envelopes before we left to take the cash with us, and we'd stop at ports and we would buy stuff, and then we'd go to the casinos, and I would gamble. We had cash the entire time. We were buying stuff and gambling, and I always had cash. That last night where it was like $5 a night, we came home with no cash. We had stuff. We bought stuff. We had stuff to come home with, but I lost everything else that we had.
But you had fun. That's all
I
that
had
matters.
fun, and I was drinking for free because I paid for it already.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. So we are 23 days out from me heading off
Is
on
that
my next
on your
cruise.
watch?
Are you ready?
I have a calendar on my watch as the
okay.
date
I was
on
like,
it.
man,
Wow, that's fancy.
is there like
20
a countdown that you were just like, this is what I actually want my watch to have at all times? is
No,
the
it just-
countdown to
It just
cruise.
it says October 4th, and I leave on the 27th. So at 23 days, I can do math. I've been
couldn't
drinking
do
it.
that
I'm
math that
sick.
easily.
I'm drinking it. I'm sick. I can still do that kind of calculation in my head. So
All right.
27 minus 4. 23. 27 minus 4. Yeah, 23. Yeah.
But there's 31 days. Whatever.
It's same month. Same month.
All right. I'm not gonna.
Is this the comedian cruise, right?
Bert
Oh, yeah,
Kreischer,
3 months.
fully loaded. Fully loaded. I
was telling David at the tailgate, I watched The Machine, and I was like, man, I can tell why you like Bert Kreischer so much, because I was never like a big fan. Like I've seen him around or whatever, but like David basically acts like him.
Oh, to be fair, I've acted the same.
I know. You guys
Forever.
Like when you first met me, before I ever saw Bert Kreischer, and now I'm still the exact same person, just
Yeah.
older and
You guys are
fatter
just
and hairier.
kindred spirits. He's funnier for sure.
By far. By his stories actually have a punchline.
Yeah.
Mine just kind of like fall flat.
You're like, laugh? Clap.
That's why I always. Well, one thing we have in common is we laugh at our own jokes, but his are just funny, and I just
Yeah.
I'm laughing by myself.
He's like so David's like the Burt Kreischer of he's like
Burt Kreischers?
he's like the
The
Jeb
Burt
Bush of
Kreischers.
Burt Kreischers.
The what of Burt Kreischers?
Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush. Please clap.
God. Oh God. That
I like
hurts.
You hoping for some new content? Because otherwise, it's,
Yeah, there's he's performing 3 shows. It's a 3-night cruise. He's performing 3 shows, and so everyone that goes is guaranteed 1 night at his show. So you had to pick which night you wanted to go.
Ooh.
And so we were talking about we don't want to go first night because that's just going to be his regular stand-up thing because he hasn't had enough experiences. We talked about going. It's the last show because then he would talk about everything that happened on the cruise so far. But we feel like he's gonna be so fucked up and so drunk and so out of his mind that he may forget what happened on the cruise.
He might not be funny.
So no, he'll be funny, but just like we picked night 2.
That's a good.
Like
one.
he'll have a full day and a half of cruising. He'll probably have some news stories or just be talking about everything.
He'll talk about those assholes who showed up in bikini bottoms.
They're called Speedos, Ryan.
Whatever.
Called
Yeah.
Speedos.
That's what I said, I feel like.
I'll be sure to send you guys pictures back.
Please don't.
Wait, you're gonna be wearing one?
That's my buddy that I'm going with. He has a similar physique to me, but goatee instead of full beard. And the one picture he wants, his goal for the trip is for him, myself, and Burt Kreischer to get pictures together in Speedos.
Nice
Bikinis.
That's awesome.
They have
hope you get it.
tuck pockets.
Is that true?
What?
I don't know. That isn't that the thing that everyone was complaining about the kids' clothes now? Is like having like the tuck pockets for boys or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Mm.
Denver got me some
Kids' clothes?
No. They're the like
Where are we going?
you put your balls in this like pocket to keep them off of you, like from chafing and all that stuff. She was like, "Oh," and I've never worn anything like that, but it was they were comfy.
I saw those TikTok videos, those ads for the
I think that's where she found them. But
the ball sacks. Yeah.
It was nice. I was like, "Oh man, I've never worn it," because they're like boxer briefs. I wear boxers, and I was like, "Oh, I've never worn boxer briefs." So I tried it out, and I was like, "Oh, this is comfy."
Felt like you're getting a little bit of hug going on.
It honestly felt looser. It felt like more comfortable. So
All
it's
right.
good. It's good stuff.
Are we sponsored by Ballsack yet?
I don't. They're not called ball sack.
I don't know.
Why are they not called ball sack?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
It was nice. It's comfy.
You could start if you could sell bowling ball bags and call them ball sacks.
You could.
You should.
That's true, David. What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, you just figure it out right there.
I'm an idea guy. I'm not good at doing anything. I think we can call this quits, right?
We're talking about our balls. We're about to get to talk about our feet. So, and our OnlyFans. We don't want to spoil the fun.
Yeah.
So.
We don't want to spoil the future.
Hey, but stay tuned. Big things coming.
Feet, big feet.
Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.